Alright guys, welcome back. You know what time it is. It is Monday. It is a leak day. So Dkayed has a leaked yesterday. As you can see, we had a meta weekly. You can see unconfirmed leaks from Dkayed. Labyrinth support. Obviously, we talked about this last week. There are new leaks. First things first, those are not the most amazing leaks, but Dkayed told us that he will leak some very nice and very impactful stuff next Sunday. So the thing, he called it that will make the April pack very, very good, as he said, will be leaked next Sunday. So we will have to see and wait what comes there. Obviously, this is then close to the release of the new pack, which we can expect around the 10th of something or 10th of the April. We will see because also in a few days there will be the new ban list. As you can see right here, there is an OCG ban list that we can also take a look at in a different video, but we will get the master rule ban list in a few days. And the master rule ban list always takes place or always will be like inserted on the day that we will get the new pack. So this is why we can already see when we will get the new pack. And Dkayed also talked about some deck types that will not come in April. I will talk about that too, but let me just first talk about what he leaked here. So he first leaked that some of these armor cards are coming. So if you're not aware, so first of all, this is not the biggest thing. There's also the armor fortress, the little one. Can't I find her? The guy when I typed in fortress. Yeah, well, that's right. So it's an XYZ thing, XYZ Armor Fortress, and also another one. This needs 2 level 5 monsters. The first one, which is also coming, needs 2 level 3 monsters, and then you can basically overlay them onto each other, and you can also search the armor trap with this. Let me see if I can find it. If I can find it by watching this guy. But there's also a trap that you can use to rank up into this boss monster, basically full armor Dark Knight Lancer, which says once per turn you can also XYZ summon full armor Dark Knight Lancer by using one rank 5 or 6 XYZ monster you control, which is the one we just took a look at. The where do I have the guy? This one, the Armor Fortress here. But with the trap, you can also use this or make this in your opponent's turn. And then you can equip the other guy, this little one here, the Armor Fortress, to this one as material. And this says gains 300 attack for each material and equip card it has. Once per turn, you can target one XYZ card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So that's quite nice. It is recursion. And once per turn, if an equip card becomes equipped to a monster you control, so remember this guy here, then you can attach one monster your opponent controls to this card as a material. So this can scoop the card up. This will also then get the effect of the other card. So the fortress will give the other one the effect that if a monster is equipped with this card, battles a monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. And this will then also be the effect of the Dark Knight Lancer. So the thing is that this Dark Knight full armored stuff is not very impactful. This is from Age of Overlord. A set that we have seen a lot of cards from as of right now. The Snake Eye cards were in there. The what was this other stuff called? The TG card was in there. The armor cards were in there. We are still missing some very impactful cards, and we will also know come next week if we will get the Horus cards from the Age of Overlord set, which will definitely be way more impactful. For those of you unaware what they are, the Horus cards are basically level 8 cards. These here that can be special summoned with the sarcophagus from the grave once per turn. Every one of them can be special summoned once per turn. The trap and also the field spell we probably won't get because they came from a later pack, but we might get them. The thing is that you can use these level 8s to then make a few of the very strong level 8 XYZ monsters, so a very strong type here. This is also used in tier elements. This will definitely push tier elements back to viability. You can see it is tier 2 at the moment here with some lists or some people running it in tournaments, but we will see how good this will be. And then Dkayed also, so just to make it clear, this armor stuff here, this is commonly used in Goblin Biker, a deck type that we will probably not get very soon because this is from Phantom Nightmare, a set that we only have the Poplar and the Promethean Princess from. This is a rank 3 XYZ archetype that can definitely make use of these armor cards. It is basically the only really impactful deck that has ever used these armor cards here. But obviously, if you have like a level 3 or level 5 deck, then you can also play these in these deck and then make them by overlaying. The other card that Dkayed talked about coming is Sleipnir, the Runic main, and you are freaking out, oh no, another Runic support card, but don't you worry, this is not really impactful. And we will talk about which deck types will not get support in April in a moment. But Sleipnir Runic will get support here. We can quickly read it. You need 2 Runic monsters. Obviously, you can also fusion summon this with the Runic quick play spells. During your main pass or your opponent's battle phase quick effect, you can target one phase a monster your opponent controls, banish both that monster and this card until the end phase. So, funnily enough, if you're not aware, this is basically like the effect of SP Little Knight, which is definitely a card that I will say will probably come to us in April or maybe in May. A very strong link monster from Age of Overlord, which is also able to banish one of your opponents and one of your own monsters until the end phase. You could also banish 2 of your own monsters until the end phase, but the Sleipnir says banish both that monster and this card until the end phase. This is also more easily activated than is in the SP Little Knight because this is just a quick effect during the main phase or the battle phase. If a card is added from the main deck to your opponent's hand, except during the damage step, you can special summon one Runic token, Fairy Light level 4, attack 1/5, defense 1/5, and attack position. So it's important to say that this deck, when Runic still was around, wasn't really seeing play, because I mean the effect that something can be banished is quite nice, obviously, but the token is not something that Runic really needs or can do something very strong with, I would say. Obviously, if you can play this in the Naturia, Runic Naturia deck, then you would be able to with the Camellia, which is a level 4 tuner, to make a level 8 synchro play with this token here. But other than that, the other fact is that we are not really seeing a lot of Runic being played right now. I'm not even aware which limitations are on Runic right now, but I think they are very heavy. We can quickly scroll down here, see what lists have been submitted, and we see that there is basically no Runic list. There's Runic Sprite. Okay, we have some Runic Sprite variants, but I think the pure variants are definitely gone from the meta game, basically. So not quite sure how important this thing will be for Runic, so don't you worry about Runic being once again very, very strong and annoying. As we can see, we're Fountain at 1. We have a lot of the important quick play spells at 2 or 1, so I think the big time of Runic definitely is gone. This is just something that you can put in your extra deck, so nothing too special. Let's hope for the next Dkayed leaks to be more impactful, but we also have some infos on which decks will not get support, and unfortunately, once again, Rescue Ace will not get support in the April pack. So no Rescue Ace here. We have been sitting on the first wave of cards for a long time now. Fortunately for us, we can at the moment play Rescue Ace in some this is, I guess, not a good representation of what you can do with Rescue Ace because it's just a 60 cards pile. But we can play Rescue Ace at the moment with the Snake Eye stuff here. This list might be closer to it. And this is not even very bad, so that's quite nice. This deck is definitely playable, but will not get support in April. Another deck that will unfortunately not get support, but honestly I wasn't really expecting this, is Fire King. So Fire King is the other archetype that will be very strong together with the whole Snake Eye engine, being the top tier contender in the OCG for months now, and just now receiving hits on the ban list, the OCG ban list that is. So Fire King will definitely be, when this comes out, the most dominant deck, I would guess. More dominant than is Snake Eye in Master Duel. It's very, very cool. They have also this new level 1, the legendary Fire King Ponix, and then the Runics, which is definitely the card that is making all the wind. I played this deck in the TCG and it's really fun. I really like it. I think the artwork of these cards are amazing. Fortunately for us, the ultra rares that you can see here will not be used, but we will use the rare here and maybe the super rare and the rare field spell. So remains to be seen how expensive this will be, but Dkayed already leaked that we will get the Fire King stuff together with the Bonfire in one pack. So Bonfire being able to add the Snake Eye Ash or the Snake Eye Poplar. So if Fire King comes together with Bonfire, then from this point onwards, Fire King will definitely be the most important, the strongest deck in the game. And then Master Duel will be in the reign of the fire decks at that current moment, because the Bonfire gives Snake Eyes and the whole Snake Eye package the consistency that it kind of lacks at the moment. It doesn't really, but at the moment you have to play a lot of hand traps in the Snake Eyes deck because we do not have the bonfire that would also give us some more consistency, right? So then you would put out some of the hand traps, or you would, for example, in this list, put out the unicorns just to put in more bonfires, which bonfires are basically additional copies of your Snake Eye Ash, which is just the amazing card of this deck, the card that you always want to play. So unfortunately, no Fire King and no Rescue Ace support coming, but we will get the Runic support and also the XYZ stuff here. So I'm gonna be honest with you, not the biggest leaks, but Dkayed already said that we will get very impactful leaks throughout the week. We will know or get to know throughout the week where the Horus is coming, and then next Sunday will be the big leak that makes the pack worth it. If you ask me, the pack is already quite nice with the Unchained stuff. Every time that a new archetype, or it is not even a new archetype, but that an archetype that was not playable is playable again, I think that's fine. If a pack releases one very meta impactful archetype per pack, then it's fine for me. Obviously, Unchained will not be the top of the tier, the top of the decks. It will be somewhere around here, I guess, tier 3, such as Phenomenal Knight is, maybe tier 2, but I can't really see it because we are playing Maxi. So this is what has been leaked. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. Are you excited for this? Are you not? Thanks for being here. If you like my content, please consider subscribing the channel or to the channel and hitting the thumbs up. This helps a lot, and you will not then miss out on further leaks. Thanks for being here. We will see each other in the next one. Until then, bye.